bad eggs in our government is too much. They boku, they are many. What has Alex Otti do to them that made them they no more use I see this man? What had Dr. Alex Otti said in Arise TV was true, nothing but the truth. But due to say they hate truth they push them, they don't like anything truth. No wonder I begin to ask myself, why this Julius Abure? Why the man won't buy himself? Say Alex Otti insult him for Arise TV. Look at now, Mr. Carlo also come out. Why the body they pepper them? They won't use this man. Like when they see recent matter of Alex Otti, the thing they pepper them because the man is not loyal to their stupidity. The man no one give ear to their nonsense. Oh, my belly they sweet me. Watch this video.
Individual called Abure.
Oh yes, I know him. Is he part of your national politics?
Oh yes, national politics, National Labour Party politics.
Okay.
There's a contestation,
okay, so
and they're mentioning your name. They
oh, really?
You are the dramatis personae.
Do I want
if you hear the
likes of governor and chairman at the same time?
If you hear the likes of Arabami and everything, they said, no, you are the ones, you and your very good friend Peter Obi are the ones trying to take over the reins of the party. And the Abure faction said, they're not having it from you. And they don't want to have it from you. But let's talk about, the specialist hospital scenario first. And afterwards, the argument people make as regards, these people are poor, they finally got a job in government, and you said no. So can you tap out justice with mercy, and things like that?
No, that's why I said they should apply whenever the embargo is lifted. Is it not fair?
Okay.
Yeah, so if you were in my shoes, somebody sets a landmine for you, you want to go and fall into it.
Okay.
You have you are paying some 65,000 people. That's the population of civil servants in Abia. 65,000. And then somebody maybe puts a few more thousand for you. It wasn't in good faith. But it's gone. So at the appropriate time, and I'm sure that those of them who are forward-looking would have found something else to do. And of course, the interesting thing we are doing here is to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. Our people are very entrepreneurial. Okay, so quite unlike some of us who want to be given money. Majority of our people don't want to be given money. They want you to create the enabling environment for their businesses to thrive. And once you fix the roads, you clean the environment, you provide good schools for their children to go to, you have good hospitals they can go to. Don't care about government.
Specialist hospital.
Specialist hospital. Now, the specialist hospital was not abandoned. In fact, it's actually working. What we did was to convert it to a general hospital because it's in Aba. You have the Abia State University Teaching Hospital, which in itself functions as a specialist hospital, also in Aba. So you don't need to set up another specialist hospital in Aba. So what happened before my time is that the Abia State University Teaching Hospital lost accreditation in 2021. And the reason for that was that my predecessors abandoned the university. The Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria came back in 2022 and reaffirmed the loss of accreditation. So when we came up in 2023, I gave my people 6 months to fix that teaching hospital, get the necessary personnel, and ensure that the accreditation was restored. To the glory of God, in December 2023, in fact, it was dramatic when the registrar of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria came here. He said by the time he got to the teaching hospital, he was almost missing his way. And I thought the driver was taking him somewhere else. And so the accreditation was restored in 2023. So everything that you require in the teaching hospital is there right now. So we felt that instead of maintaining, because that hospital was Aba General Hospital that was converted to
Specialist hospital.
the specialist hospital. We thought it was not necessary. With the Abia State University Teaching Hospital, just a few poles from it. So it wasn't a good decision in our judgment. So the general hospital is working very, very well, just like the other 21 general hospitals. But a lot of them are in different states of dilapidation. So we have taken about 7 of them in the first instance, fixing them, retrofitting them. By the time we are done with that, we will take another 7 and then the final 7. Having said that, we also do have a general hospital in Amachara, Omuahia, that we actually want to function with the diagnostic center as a specialist hospital. And of course, there is one in Omunato, in Bende. What's the idea? The idea is to have specialist hospitals in every senatorial zone of the state. So you have the one in Amachara covering the central, you have the one in Bende covering the north, and of course you have the Abia State University Teaching Hospital in Aba covering the Aba senatorial zone, the Abia South senatorial zone. So that's what we have done with that. So it's not any abandonment of any sort.
Okay.
Now,
the other politics. Abure. What are you doing to that bank?
Okay, so I'm not doing anything to Abure. I have said it time and time. Abure worked very well with me, and as far as I'm concerned, he's still my friend. But I tell friends the truth. So I don't have any problem with Abure. Supreme Court has said, you are no longer chairman. And the man is saying he's still the chairman.
But
something must be wrong.
So, but this conundrum, a lot of people have said, can lead to the destruction of your party. Some people argue that your party is gone. With all of this, are you planning on decamping at some point? Because Delta just left. Other governors are leaving. Governor Fubara, suspended Governor Fubara, went to have a meeting with President Tinubu. And it looks like your party is on shaky ground. And like, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, former governor of Delta, did say today, said they want to be close to the center. Your state is one leg in the center. You know, the speaker, the deputy speaker of the House of Reps happens to be from your state. So that's a great privilege. And he too has been saying that we are going to, consolidate on the state and push you out. So is it not just time for you to align with the APC, or are you going to do it anytime soon?
Okay, so I take your advice.
So you are decamping?
I take your advice.
That's exclusive that Governor Otti is making the most of the APC.
Governor Otti is not decamping. And my party is not on shaky ground.
Why?
Well, I've told you this.
The arguments of other politicians.
So listen.
They say lone man. You want to be close to the center.
Don't worry. I'm being close to the center. I'm even closer to the center than some of them.
But you're not in APC.
Everybody must not be in APC. This is democracy. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu held on to his AD, AC, ACN before becoming APC. If he won't be president today. Sometimes you have to also stand for something.
Will you ever leave Labour?
I am not God. So I cannot say if there is no Labour tomorrow. So you have already predicted for the
So you might leave. That's what I said.
I was elsewhere before.
Because
I was elsewhere before.
That we were never going to leave APGA. But
who did?
I mean, people move around political parties.
Yeah, of course.
So are you going to say you are never going to leave?
Let me tell you. I was in PDP.
Okay.
And then from PDP, I went to APGA.
So you've been moving around
from APGA, I went to APC. I've been in APC.
So you moved around a lot.
So that's not the issue.
You might just continue in that line.
That's not the issue.
You might go back home.
That is not the issue. The issue is that the party that brought me to power is Labour. Okay? And today we have fought and retrieved Labour. So, and I said I will send you the Supreme Court judgment. So when you finish reading it, you will know that Abure is just masturbating.
Really?
Yes, he's out. There is, so you can declare yourself you can declare yourself the president of Nigeria today. You can. Does that mean Rufai is now the president?
No, that means his masturbations are of epic proportion because these masturbations are causing gyrations in the Labour Party. As we speak.
Okay, you need to mind your language now.
It's because everybody looks at it. That all is not well.
You see
and they are also they are also pointing at opposition dismembering political parties like it's happening with the APs with the PDP now, and they're also looking like as the Labour Party. So that's why you can call it masturbations, but these gyrations are getting into the fabric of the foundation of the party, and a lot of people are arguing that would there even be Labour Party in 2027?
Okay, so they are not God. You are just human intelligence and analysis.
Just like I'm not God to know if you are still going to leave Labour Party.
Exactly, and I'm not going to also say that I will remain in Labour Party or leave Labour Party.
Okay.
But as we speak, the objective conditions today do not make it for me to leave Labour Party. There is tomorrow anything can change, and I've told you.
Okay.
I'm very pragmatic, and I look at things, and of course, if I'm going to take any decision, that decision is going to be taken in full consultation with Abia people. Those are the people who are...
Oh, that's the word you politicians say. You always say you do it.
No. You see,
your decision.
I told you I wasn't a politician. Maybe you are the one that's a politician now. And we are not politicking. No, we must, because the truth about it is that it's Abia people through God that brought me here. So there's nobody is more important than Abia people and God. So, and wherever God wants me to be, but it must be a right move. So it will not be by blackmail. And I always find it difficult to discuss people because you are not in their condition, you are not in their situation. So there are things they may know that you do not know. But as we speak today, we have retrieved Labour Party. The National Caretaker Committee is in charge now, and they will organize congresses, ward, local government, like I told you, all the way to national convention, so that we get leadership.
When are those congresses going to happen?
Before the end of the year.
That you want to do road. In fact,